King of the Toilets by Peter Dixon. Morris was king of the toilets, the ones by the wall by the shed. He ruled with the power and conviction of a king with a crown on his head. He'd enter them first every morning, and he'd sit on the wall by the gate and wait for the grumpy schoolkeeper to unlock them at 8:20. Then he'd rush in with great shouts of triumph, and he'd slam all the doors one by one, and he'd climb on the caretaker's cupboards, and he'd pull all the chains, just for fun. He'd swing on the pipes by the cistern, and he'd leap from the top of the doors, and he'd frighten the new little infants with bellows and yellings and roars. He always ate lunch in the toilets, and he'd sit with his food on the floor and check who was coming or going and kick at the catch on the door. He once burst the pipe by the outflow by climbing right up to the tank and flooded the lower school library with water that gushed out and stank. He once jammed the door on the end one with 5 juniors stuck fast inside and bombed them with piles of old comics whilst they struggled and shouted and cried. He was useless in class, and in lessons he couldn't do hardly a thing. But when he was out in the toilets, then Morris the Useless was king.